With only hours to spare, this morning the US government avoided a shutdown. Joining me now is Sky News contributor Kosha Gada to break down what all of this means. Kosha, welcome to the program. How disastrous would this have been for the United States?
Not particularly, Amanda. So there have been about 10 shutdowns since the 1990s in modern times. 3 of them, under Clinton, Obama, and Trump, lasted about 2 to 4 weeks. And it's usually viewed as kind of a theatrical tactic where different political factions in Congress can curry favor or maybe get some advantage on the margins, but it never fundamentally changes anything about government spending. The U.S. is now running at $33 trillion in debt, and that seems to always continue even when we've got these 2 to 4 week shutdowns that I think most of the American public tunes out for that reason.
The Republican Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, is claiming this as a win for his leadership. Check this out.
I'm sure every bet you had was government was going to shut down. I don't know how many times you're going to count us out. But if there's one thing you should start understanding, not just that I'll never give up, but I'm a type of conservative that wants to get things done.
Will Republican voters be happy with this agreement?
You know, I think there's a civil war brewing right now in the Republican Party with more of the centrist people who want to reach across the aisle and are not that different from the Democrats. And, you know, Kevin McCarthy, for better or for worse, represents that. And then there's sort of the more populist wing of people who feel that he capitulated and isn't holding out strong enough. That same thing reflects in the electorate. And there is an increasing portion of the Republican electorate that just is not happy with generally there's no structural change happening with the Republican Party. So they won't be very impressed with this deal, which, again, is only kicking the can down the road to the middle of November. So we're going to be back at this again in 6 weeks. And then the other more centrist, moderate ones, you know, might find his approach good. And I think that civil war within the GOP is going to continue to fester and I think just only heighten in the months and years ahead.
It's troubling in itself. This comes in an election cycle. Does the agreement help or hurt Joe Biden?
You know, I think, Amanda, this is going to take a 24 to 48-hour news cycle. It'll run its course, and then it'll sort of be in the dustbin of history, along with the other 10 shutdowns we've had. I don't think it changes any of the fundamentals on the Democrat side either, even with Biden, and it doesn't really add to the problems he's facing with his mental acuity, with the corruption charges, with the fact that he's too old, all of that stuff, I think will still be front and center, and this won't do much to shift that.
Kosha, thank you very much for your time and your expertise tonight. Greatly appreciate it.